founder of the American Islamic Forum for Democracy, former Lieutenant Commander in the Navy, Dr. Zuhdi Jasser.
It's good to be with you, Seb. Thanks for having me.
I was just going through your bio again, prepping for the show today, and I know you're an internist and you practice medicine today, but nuclear cardiology, that is very, very impressive, Zuhdi. So not only in uniform for the Navy, but all kinds of specialty medicine as well. Can you talk to us about, I just want to ask you one question, because it beggars belief for me, because I worked for the man and I still don't understand it. Shot and then recovers, has a game of golf, and then goes to the convention less than 48 hours later. Did you see a lot of that in the Navy, people with that kind of resilience?
As a doc, listen, you know, we saw everything. And I was actually a physician in Congress when Russell Weston Jr. shot his way into the Capitol on July 24th, 1998. And we tried to resuscitate the police officers that were shot. And you remember, anytime one of these incidents occurs, how fragile our democracy is. And with leaders like President Trump, we can bounce back. He came, you know, it was the providence of God that protected him and the turn of a head. And you remember how you can see how close we are and how fragile our democracy is. But the only reason we're fragile is because we've had leaders like President Biden, who's been missing in action and has let our country, our sovereignty fall apart. And, you know, the strength of President Trump has been unbelievable. And yes, it's you see the constitution of people when they're shot at and get wounded. Some will jump right up and raise a fist and fight, and others may withdraw. And the vast majority of patriots and Americans will fight. And that's what President Trump did. And that's why he's a unique leader in a unique, extraordinary time.
Let's talk to another man who has served his nation with honor in uniform. The only Green Beret in Congress, that's just crazy. 4 Bronze Stars, Congressman Mike Waltz of Florida. Are you impressed with what the president did in Butler, Pennsylvania? And are you also equally shocked by what you saw on Capitol Hill today with the director of the Secret Service?
Yeah, I was able to tell the president personally, Seb. I've seen men and women in combat. Your base instincts kick in. It's fight or flight. And he chose to move to the sound of the guns, stood strong, and his first instinct was to let America and the world know that he was okay. It just truly was a testament to his character. On Cheadle today, look, you have a committee and the oversight in the House. We can't agree on what color the sky is. But when you have AOC and Marjorie Taylor Greene admitting she's got to go, she's got to resign, she's got to be fired, the woman's not in a good place. She came prepared to answer nothing at a time when the American public deserves and needs transparency. She should have been giving a press conference the next morning. She should be giving one every day alongside the FBI director saying, this is what we know, this is when you can expect to know more, and we want to assure the public you're going to get transparency and accountability for this heinous act. But yet we've had nothing but silence, including today.
All right, 30 seconds each. Quick question. Congressman Waltz, you're a member of the Brotherhood, the tip of the spear, a Green Beret. Do we need to have former Green Berets and SEALs protecting the president from now on, plussing up the Secret Service?
I could definitely see the president bringing on private supplemental security. There needs to be a clear chain of command, for sure. But look, at the end of the day, I don't trust Mayorkas, Garland, and certainly not this director to keep President Trump safe at this point, much less investigate in a fair and objective way what happened.
We also need people we can trust in the White House. If, God willing, we do our part and President Trump is reelected. If Ronnie Jackson, if Admiral Jackson is busy in Congress, Dr. Jasser, could you be the president's physician? Would you come into the administration?
I would be honored to always serve President Trump. You know, listen, you look back at who he had running the Secret Service. It was former Joint Counterterrorism Force leaders, former generals. That's who we need. The lady today testifying had very little military background and none, if any, and you could see it. We've just been underserved. So I'd be honored to serve the Trump administration.
Congressman, one question to you that is personal to me. I've kind of had it with conservative commentators saying since Saturday after the attempted assassination, he's won! President Trump has got it in the bag. Relax now. I think that's dangerous talk. As a former Green Beret said to me, we keep fighting like we're the third monkey getting onto Noah's Ark. What is your take on the, oh, relax, he's got it in the bag?
There's only two ways to run, Seb, unopposed and scared. You got to keep your foot on the gas and run all the way through the tape, period. You can't take anything for granted. Listen, you have the progressive left that have convinced themselves that this is the next coming of the next global dictatorship. And so if you've convinced yourself of that, and they clearly convinced some 20-year-old loser kid of that, then the ends justify the means. And you can't take anything for granted. And the President Trump got it right. His base instinct kicked in, and he said, fight, fight, fight. That's what we've got to do.
A warrior, a true warrior. We salute you, Colonel Waltz, Lieutenant Commander Jasser. God bless you for serving the nation out of uniform as well as in. Next up, another hero.